Another water main break, except this one shoots a geyser 3 stories above the streets in Van Nuys. All of this on a day when we find out that DWP workers are getting a raise. Looks like the department's making it rain. Today was supposed to be the day Mayor Villaraigosa was supposed to announce our city's new police chief. He pushed it back till tomorrow. The reason? We've got a theory. Waiting to hear it. Mr. Forklift Driver, you've got a problem. You've got a big problem. We're happy to report he was okay, but the cases of vodka that crashed to the floor, not so much. Cleanup on aisle 3. Tomorrow, the mayor will make his recommendation for chief of police. Some have called the finalists 3 middle-aged white guys. That's a true statement, although I don't think color is an issue here. The mayor met with the 3 candidates yesterday and said he wanted to think it over. He emphasized it'll be his decision. Our friend and contributor Celeste Fremont of WitnessLA.com thinks the mayor is showboating. He is milking the moment and let everybody know that he is in charge. Moreover, he is sending the chief-to-be a message, you owe me for your job. Our contributors tonight, Kaye from RonKayLA.com, and actress and social activist Debra Skelton. And Debra, I'll start with you. Does it matter that the finalists are all middle-aged white guys?
No, it only matters whether or not they're qualified. It's the same that if you had a black man and people paid attention simply because of the color of his skin or that it was unusual, it takes onus off of the fact that that person is qualified. As long as they're qualified, they should be considered.
That being the case, Ron, do you think the mayor is milking the moment here?
I think he's got cold feet. It was a done deal for Charlie Beck, Bratton's recommendation, but the department's in an uproar. A lot of people in the community are in an uproar. Just to correct it, Michael Moore, the Valley deputy chief, is in fact a member of Latino organizations because his father was a Basque, a Spanish Basque. I don't know that that makes him Mexican or Latin American, but it gives him a qualification. I think the mayor, the popular choice is Jim McDonnell, the first assistant chief. He's very well liked, and it's I think he's got a bit of a problem because they have to do at least as well as Bratton or he's in trouble.
Well, this is a big decision for the mayor. How important do you think it is, Deborah?
It's a huge decision. And I believe he's milking the moment. In fact, in a press conference this afternoon, he said he's going to think about it and he's going to pray on it. I think he is making sure that he stays mayor.
All right, Ron, you get the last word here, 15 seconds. Who gets the job tomorrow?
Well, I'm sticking with Charlie Beck. He's the anointed guy from the whole national police establishment that Bratton's part of. He's the guy who's been the fixer for Bratton, whether it's Australian police cars or video cameras that don't work. He's been handed the dirty work. He was the trusted guy, and I don't think the mayor is daring to go off on his own and pick somebody else.
All right. Let's move on now. This is not going to be exactly Old Faithful, but it was still quite the sight. And there she blows. A 54-inch pipe burst and created a geyser in front of a restaurant in Sherman Oaks. After 90 minutes, they were able to reduce this to a small fountain. Do you find it interesting at all that DWP workers are getting raises while other city workers are losing money or getting nothing? For example, police get no raises and they're losing overtime pay. Ron, you wrote about this on your blog today. How did it get to this point?
Well, it's been getting to this point for 100 years of DWP being an institution that only serves itself. And over the last 10 or 20 years, it stopped even pretending to serve the public. The pipes are rotting. They haven't been invested in. They haven't been maintained. The electrical system is breaking down. We have the least green energy and the most coal, dirty coal power plants in the whole state. And all the money has gone into 6% raises every year for the DWP workers. And the story is a lot of that money flows back to pay salaries at City Hall of all workers. It is nothing but a cash cow, and rates are soaring. They've already blueprinted in 50% raises over the next 5 years, and anybody looking at the numbers can see that it will double or even triple by the year 2020 as we feed City Hall, we feed the DWP workers, and the DWP is the problem, and it has to be brought under control.
You know, Deborah, what troubles me here is we can't give the police a raise, and I'm not begrudging anybody money. Fair enough? I think everybody should make as much money as they humanly can. But if you cannot give the police overtime or a raise, how in the world are you giving the DWP guys a raise?
Let me tell you something. With LA DWP, it is the pinnacle of the decline of Western civilization. It is a debacle with no moral code, no standard for itself at all, no moral code whatsoever, and like I said, no moral code in a society and right now, especially when it comes to a society like Los Angeles, where people are not only losing jobs, but are getting IOUs from the government saying that we can't even pay you your taxes, that money that you deserve.
Ron, tie it up for me. What can be done here?
Well, I think we need a Blue Ribbon Citizens Commission to go through the books and tell us what's going on there. Brian Darcy's the head of the union. He's the biggest bully boy in town. He's a mob-type thug who threatens to strike and close down the power and water systems. And we got to have the facts. People got to know where all these billions of dollars have gone, and then there should be no rate increases. And I think you're going to see that the community, the whole activist community, homeowners, neighborhood councils, residents all over the city wake up as the pressure builds and we rein in the DWP and its bully boy boss.
All right.